Well, here we are again. You know, I just enjoy so much of sort of being caught drinking my tea and waiting for you. And so hopefully that you, no matter what time it is, day or night, wherever you are, that you feel the same way, that I'm just glad to see Don Polston on The Life That Wins as we share just for 8 or 9, 10 minutes some very vital things. So thank you for allowing me to come into your home, your life, and take these few minutes. Maybe you're down at the coffee shop, or you could be in your friends, or traveling, or even sitting in a in a bar watching us and listening and sharing. I got a good friend that takes his gospel team out to the bars and plays and sings and teaches about Jesus, and they let him do it. That's great. You know, a couple things here. Number one, the reason I'm on this Life That Wins is to strengthen you. I don't beg you for buy this and buy that and support this and support that. I just want to help you. I just want to be a blessing. You get enough of that throughout the day and night on television. That's why I'm glad for this worldwide webcast. It goes all over the world. The possibility is everywhere. And yet, I don't have to be begging and selling. It's just a great honor. And I thank you for sending this on to your friends and neighbors. You don't have to be embarrassed. You won't have to be embarrassed of what I teach or what I preach or maybe how I look, but or begging for money. It won't offend anyone in that respect. Now, I've got books, and these books I've written over a 10-year period. Ruth Ann, she has a great number of books that will just thrill you. I like this one. It's called The Law of Faith Wins. And in this book, there's topics like, what is this inoculation of the cross? And your faith has a genetic code. Did you believe that? And faith sees virtual reality first. Wow, that's a strong statement, and I hope you understand that. So today, I'm going to talk to you about chastening. It doesn't seem like a pleasant subject, but it is. Oh, I love a cup of tea. But in Hebrews chapter 12, chapter 12, there is a word that says, no chastening, who for the present seems to be joyous. Well, I never jumped around in joy when switches were walked around my leg as a kid. But it didn't seem to be, but grievous. Of course it is. Of course it's grievous. People come around and think, well, you shouldn't be grieved. That's silly, my friend. But nevertheless, wow. And that's another one of my words. This is a nevertheless of turning your troubles to trophies. I want to tell you something. See those trophies that sit on your desk or hang behind me on some of these things, or trophies that are in the different places? Those things weren't won because you and I were dreaming or sitting around. We took the chastening and the training and the developing and the instructions of the Lord. So while we suffered through some of those things, we knew that nevertheless, that's the key word now. Last week I spoke on that too with you. Nevertheless, let down my net and catch the fish. Nevertheless, it yields the peaceable fruit of righteousness. It's strong. Unto those who are exercised thereby. That means you have to benefit. You got to exercise with it. You have to say, yes, Lord, I will. I will run that errand. I will straighten that thing out. I will, yes, I'm exercising not to gain my salvation. We should quit that stuff. you're never going to be able to win your salvation. That's a gift of God. Receive it, and that's all. But work it out. You know, you don't get salvation with a handbook, and yet you do the Bible. But you have to work it out. Be exercised by it. So lift up your hands that hang down. You know, I read the other day someone, quite a few years ago, made a statement. A great civilization is not conquered from without until it has destroyed itself from within. Wow, that's powerful. It makes me think about today. Oh God, save us from destroying ourselves from within. No home falls from without. No church splits from without. No nation is defeated from without. First, without it having corruption and destroyed itself within. That's how the Babylonians fell. That's how the Persians took over. That's how Egypt fell. And may we not let it happen. But here's the truth. You don't fall either from without. Temptations around you and all these things, I know, they're tough. We are more tempted today than they were in the days of John Wesley. But it's crumbling within, the corruption. So it says, why does God chasten you? Why does God chasten us? Well, he does it, I think, primarily for this reason. He wants to take the thing out of your life or separate you from that which punishes you, hurts you, destroys you, disappoints you. That's what chastening does. That's what teaching, that's what discipline. God does all of this not that he may benefit from it, not that he gets joy. He said even your parents will whip you sometime and get joy out of it. God gets no joy out of it. You know, I had a lady, my wife and I, I think she drove maybe 300 miles and got here and then said to us when she got here, that beautiful girl and her husband, great friends of ours, she said, I came up here today to get a whooping. I need a whooping. Well, we whooped her a little, but we instructed her and disciplined her, and she went back home, and her family is flourishing. That's what that means. So when God sends discipline, I want you to hear me now. He doesn't do it to get pleasure out of it, but to get you profitable out of it. You know, when I was a boy, my father came into our bedroom one morning before he went to work. He was a barber. And he pulled the covers back off of us. And my brother and I, our bare legs, and what is it, Dad? What? Well, he took his belt and he whooped us on the legs. Oh, and today I would bet that would go to the courts, you know. Who cares? He said, now, the next time you take the garbage out. I looked at my brother and looked at me and I said, we didn't take the garbage out. And my dad gave us a good licking and went on downstairs and went to work. You know, we never hated him. We never said, well, let's go sue him or what. No. But you know what we did? We never forgot the garbage from that day to this. Now, that's being exercised thereby. So, again, maybe tomorrow, next time, I'm going to talk further on this because it is truly a blessing to be disciplined and trained by the Lord that you may have peace. This is Don Polston again, and thank you for spending a few minutes with us. Love you much. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.